Hey everyone, with Shadowlands a couple days away and everybody talking about Covenants and just the expansion in general, I wanted to make a quick video outlining my thoughts on Covenants and talking about something I enjoyed and thought Blizzard did correctly back in the Burning Crusade. When you went to Shathor for the first time, you were given a tour of the city by Khadgar's Elemental, and during the tour he introduced you to a Draenei faction and a Blood Elf faction, the Eldor and the Scryer. After you decided what faction to join, you had unique quest lines and reputation rewards. Mostly people cared about the shoulder enchants, but it wasn't anything too game-changing or too game-defining. The game's content stood on its own, and your class stood on its own. You didn't have different abilities because you're an Eldor mage or a Scryer mage. Maybe you had access to a ring or a piece of gear that you would use for a little bit longer, or a shoulder enchant that was slightly better, but nothing huge or insurmountable. Now, Covenants are a little bit different. I'm not going to go too in-depth on Covenants for a couple of reasons. One, it would take me about 20-30 minutes just to talk about the Covenants. And two, they're going to change. I'd be surprised if that information's all the same when it goes live on Monday. But what I want to do is I want to outline them briefly and then discuss what I view as a change in design philosophy. So each Covenant provides access to game-changing abilities for each class, as well as Covenant-specific abilities and dungeon abilities in specific instances. Then they also provide access to soulbinds and conduits that change the way your class plays by introducing stats and effects similar to artifact weapons in Legion or the Heart of Azeroth in BFA. They also come with an overabundance of forced gameplay loops, something that we're all way too familiar with since WoD. Things like mission tables, unique currencies, and silly campaigns that nobody really cares about. The question that comes to my mind is, what happened to gameplay standing on its own? What happened to doing dungeons to improve your character so you can do heroics, improve your reputation so you can get access to items that improve your character strength, and maybe some mounts or other cosmetics? Nowadays, the game throws you into a system that dramatically affects the way you play the game. It's no longer about incremental stat improvement so you grow in strength. It's about forcing you to min-max a system so that your spec feels complete and it's hopefully viable. I don't really think that's content. Dungeons are easy, heroics are easy. Raids have 4 difficulties, LFR, which you can AFK, and Mythic, which is really the only true challenge left in PvE. And you have to grind a system to be able to progress. And then that system makes you choose. Are you going to be viable in Mythics? Are you going to be viable in top-rated PvP? Are you going to do RBGs? They could all call for different Covenants. Right now, Mistweavers are a nightmare when it comes to conduit choice and Covenant choice. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure it's going to change a little bit, but I don't think they're going to fix it. So to add a little further context, let's take a look at rewards while you level up. So in Classic through Wrath, you gain talent points every level that incrementally improve class abilities or introduce some new stats or just a little flavor. Nothing too big, honestly, and most of the time there was a right answer, so everybody was pigeonholed into doing like 1 or 2 builds. But it felt good to level. You incrementally improved your character. And then from Kata to WoD, they had the tier talent system that everybody's familiar with today, which I personally enjoy a little bit better because there are some tiers that have real choice. Not all of them, probably not even half of them, but some of them have some actual choice that matters and some actual choice that's fun. It adds a sense of depth to the class. But for some reason, after WoD, they stopped adding additional tiers and instead started adding systems. While I admit this is a little bit of an oversimplification and maybe a little bit hyperbolic, I don't think systems feel good. I think talents, new abilities felt good. It was fun to unlock stuff as you play the game or as you progress with a character instead of being pigeonholed into the one activity that you have to do just so your character progresses. Especially when it comes to like when you log in every day, you have to have a routine to min-max the system. You have to keep doing it. Most of your game time's allotted for systems. There's no freedom of expression, and you can't really ignore them unless you want to handicap yourself pretty significantly. I don't think that's good game design. I'm going to let you all be the judge. I would love to hear from you, but personally, I'm still holding out a little bit of hope for Shadowlands, and I want it to be a good experience, but the systems bloat's an issue that was introduced in WoD, and so far Blizzard just hasn't seemed to learn from it or even to address it, and it's just something I hope changes. If you enjoyed the video, please reach out to me. Love to hear what you guys think on it. You can find me on Twitter. It's @moo_SSB, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Look forward to talking more on the subject and just hearing your 2 cents. Until next time, I'll see you then. Peace.